Hi guys, my name is John DeMello. This is IDS GHTV.
This is your girl, Miss Force. And you know, seminar first to say, keep watching IDS GHTV.
Yo, Ideas TV, you are full of ideas, you are full of creativity. Ideas TV, we're too sure from one Canada.
Yo, I bet him po me ko fake that or record we will move and pimple a pen and Ideas GHTV. Move.
Well, how the fireman Mescal they are representing for Ideas TV, you don't know. And we say tin shot can't call more fire.
One shot, is it? I'm Adam Dempsey and I represent it for Ideas, is it? The best and the best and the best in if you come attack the Ghana, watch out. At the Dempsey, one shot, crime free, one time.
So the mommy and I'm a come at me, I'm so don't be late. I dey miss it all the time. You could kill me, make what up, Charlie. This is your boy Mullet. Because against you, keep on watching Ideas TV. I mean, you keep it locked, mad love. Phoebe, I'm
keep watching Ideas TV. Thanks for supporting us. Bye bye, going up to the top without you.
Yeah, this is Kwakesi and we're rocking live on Ideas GHTV. Abadam.
Hello. Good evening to you, wherever that you are watching us from. Ideas GHTV program here, Showbiz Buzz. I had bro. Yen time no everything kakaya so facha you know there. And the dance no turn into no ama humano. No more kakra. It's no say I started at exactly 7 p.m. Facha and still na yada who was 7 p.m. now. Into no. Thank you for joining us. Now. Me did it be ani huye. Yes, yeah, 2 days ago, we discussed a lot of things about movie industry anymore. You can't know say and I promised you guys there, yeah, the obia our industry anymore. Yeah, the bana. We continue the discussion. Now this week, I had sent baby 2 days ago, made the stories, made the gist baby brown. But then and then on your baby trend was social media, and I'm sorry, and I'm so me check social media na my friend somewhere record number one our trend our State of Nation address, young president or make it and the Parliament of Ghana. I hope there when you also just send us comments. Let's get interactive on our social media platforms at Ideas GHTV on Facebook, YouTube, and also Instagram and Twitter. Twitter into no baby dam no tag hashtag we will see it and we also read your comments for you. And also on Instagram, your Instagram page and also so why are very active into no and pictures go yeah the soon I know who you now Google into no ma interested in no go there and then drop your comment and then tag a friend and also share now obi also onto Munshebi and then share e-news injo just our kodo or entertainment industry name then because they had discussed about movie industry this week in it either this week and also movie industry news na new stories no it's been popping up na that's say last week you kind of Nama McBrown then same be okay about Kumawood, the fall of Kumawood, and also producer our friend is Socrates Safo Enjoy Socrates. Also the producers Nibu or Honoma will exploit actors and actress no or Honoma also a actor or actress or a desperate or pede and one also try movie no be popular to them na dia no na de no why popular no into no actor no producer no friend no pona say one sign contract in pon on fan ho we are na echi ho aba no work there oh producers in try and cow and at the end of the day na we go producers anymore say into on so the message ama or yeah upcoming actors and actresses are all out there no into say actor another actress so producer be from that's all my contractor make sure that we best share contract ni we now ochine bi wo so amba na ma melament dem ya na Uncle Kofi obelament no and also in the news no Yako Miss V in the camp, yeah. Tip toe, yeah, Miss V, natural girl. And the Oko musical break kakra. Nana, time or no Nanko Fubri, Miss V, no Miss V, yes, and Ghana for Casa. Miss V and Lobby also done alone, yes, and now depression, there. Nipa de, yeah, mental health, and they were there. sometimes no or they take a pause now you take care of your mental health into no depression be banal come na into ono so ka ho into normal or take a break from musical scenes na china yehwehwe baby aye hu na chi o feelings no into na wana na bloggers na dey chede presenters are bet na show do na is being insane. I saw Miss V heavily pregnant. Hey, also insane that into no one jam work can when insane because I the obey will be a bit na oba also when insane or a depression. Binti one must see and post there or best start to depression too. People have to be alert on their mental health status na don't. And also, ma misha so mo sorry na me check here dance okay Shatawale ni Twitter. The web posting maybe at one ma on the FDA for nyadren crowd for banning now ban celebrities from advertising for alcoholic beverages no also don't know that be on chima on cry now more formal was the celebrities no what did the celebrities say chinala I want to why you want added that you into no yeah celebrity be no be advertising seminar ya fana kwa konum be na wonja moyen sisi awama adonko pape all the dollars ni na come a lot of fee ewa into I want to what this kind when the share so na saying foreign company be what the be brand or share what's a what for money being because FDA so and FDA so say oh that be on no bibi and ho but my house home wa can no wa can into the conversation is still going on on Ideas TV order also so and they will comment na de edeba. Now back to what we are coming to discuss today. Oh yeah, Wednesday no, sorry. We talked about movie industry with Magic George and also Selassie. Kade time no summer and cry because topic now very broad. You told me and discussing in anyway. So I promised you guys there you do be baba and then we talk about it. No so from the perspective, you know, on your account what's going on in the industry. Things that are going wrong in the industry, not in our brain. Now, the many pay nankasa no, or a director, or a film director. Na and then nankasa he's going to explain the work of the director. They be a kade, or be a film director, but you need not the band, you need Jumodi, say, you can be director traffic, say, you need say actors no banner, or chow the one for day another day. He's going to explain all of that to us. Na nipa ko fani Jumic Emma Anderson enjoy takwade ni mapa o wona takwade here no tene okọ bompe ntino bompe so was your royals ana Jumic bompe what you wonder then
young royals
oh we if ahantama fo
oh they ahantama so won say young royals
oh royals ana ahantama na send message
royal na bompe
it's I want to wear legit no.
Papa.
Actually, I had to mouth woman or wear for.
Okay, pa.
Okay, Jumic akwaba.
Yeah, what you done?
What you my henwa?
Yeah,
Enjoy. I was going through your profile or Google and me who this movie. Actually, I've heard about it. Thorns. Me share trailer no. Is the movie out?
Oh yeah, it's out.
Which year na direct the movie?
Tons was 2014 or so.
Hey, let's watch it. My late.
Oh yeah, watch it.
Oh okay.
Yeah, it's an old film. That was my second film I ever made.
What second film?
The second film.
So what first film? No, you have a film.
My first film was even though my documentaries and then maybe other. Say not necessarily serious film, but the first time here official film was a short film. No, it was Roga. 2000 and why do I keep forgetting the? I think it's also 2014.
2014.
Yeah, where me Christ Embassy Church.
Okay.
And that was my first time.
That songs it's about creating awareness on child labor.
Yeah, and child trafficking.
Child trafficking. And what you understand? I don't know a chapo yaman.
Oh, okay. On about the faith, about human faith. Which of course we did for the church, but I did it in such a way that at least even if you don't belong to the church or a church, able to relate.
And also then you're Christian,
a Christian that you can relate to.
Okay.
Because it's just about talking against some social vices.
So how long have you been in the industry?
I've been in the industry since, actually, really my interest, my journey to being into this business, started from 2007. But
number time when I done whole bumper and I never bumper.
Oh no, maybe a bumper.
Oh, okay.
And into 2013 is where I would say officially I entered into the industry. Professionally, yeah. Where to me and being a BBD, that kind of thing. So.
Well, first and then
yeah, we were trying to figure out maybe are they that thing.
Maybe I bet
until 2013, and thank God up to this point.
Yeah, and we all know today the barrier of Kojona Eka team no.
Oh yeah.
Direct, because I know that you were wearing the director, so what role were you playing?
Yeah, I was the assistant director.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I read somewhere you were the first assistant director.
Yeah, the first assistant.
So how was the feeling like on set with the cast and the crew and everything and the aftermath? Because when they say now it's on Netflix and it's gone global, we're winning awards and all that. How's the feeling around it?
Oh, the feeling, I mean, it's something that I personally am proud of, that I am part of such a great achievement. That I did move right from the beginning. It's not like whatever is happening, it's something that from the director and then all the team that were involved, from the first time I got an email to be part of it, I just knew this is something big. To Mankasano, was like everybody on board was more like, this is personal. So it was personal for everyone. And we did it like crew, it was just a small crew where what you see was a total hard work. Like, it's not like other production or other works I've done where maybe it's not, like probably it's maybe a bit relaxed. Not necessarily it's relaxed, but a compare I would have known was Charlie, a lot of hard work, going up and down, less sleeping. Yeah, I could sleep, I can count, the highest hours I could sleep was about 2.5 hours.
Oh wow.
Just, yeah, so sleepless night. Yeah. I
No.
mean, for me as an assistant director, because now at the end of the day, whatever we're going to do the next day is all on me. So like, I am telling people what to do at what time and all that. So it's, you don't sleep, because if you sleep, you can't tell what should happen the next day to someone, So I was trying to limit it.
So far now, how many movies now?
Movies I've been involved in,
because in there are documentaries also nowadays, so let's put the documentaries aside.
Okay.
Movies no.
So okay, so personally I've like tons, I've done running. I've done The Hero, which was on a feature film where I co-directed, and I've done what I think basically I would say 4.
But would you
and
say
then I've worked on other big productions too.
Would you say Barrier of Kojono your biggest project?
No, I mean in terms of achievement wise, as and what people know, it looks like it's Barrier of Kojo. But I think after Barrier of Kojo, I got involved in a German production where it was way bigger. The job responsibility on me was way big. Like it was it's big. I mean, it's big. It's a German production where you're working with a large number of crew, both Ghanaians and Germans. So imagine combining these two was big. So I mean, but that one is yet to come. We're still on post-production. So maybe honest about it. Maybe people will just watch out. It's Boga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I also worked as the assistant director.
Yeah, I think I saw that. In the army, that Boga no about into the we should watch out for that one.
So yeah, let's see it within this year.
This year, yeah, Baba.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's come down here. Well, I would like us to start with the Western region. Western for any
Oh yeah. First of all, of course, from Joseph. Oh yeah, the Barrier of Kojo. Yeah, I've worked with him. I've also worked with Stone Mason. He's a stunt coordinator and an actor. Probably one of the best stunt coordinator in Ghana. Also international and all that, but from Takrady. I've worked with PM PM, the presenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I've done a project with him before. And I think, yeah, and then other underground artists too, like some other people you don't really know. And I've also worked with Praise Eskin, or a musician. He's also an actor, and I've worked with him, and I've worked with other few people.
With that being said, Nesha, Western region, do you think we have a movie industry in the Western region?
No, we don't.
We don't.
We don't.
But yeah, once in a while there, you go feature movies and what's called premiere. I think recently on Val's Day, now they co-premiere a movie called My Last Sex, or Takwade Library Hono. But then I think with the content in the movie and either producers of the movie, you know, they didn't go through the proper channel. Like when your authorities, you know, one cancel me, you know, what cancel movie, you know, until when premiere, you know. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Yeah, I heard.
People premiere movies on your frequent, but then at least we hear the movie, we will premiere movie, or attack at the movie. We premiere movies here, so
why am I saying that?
Why are you saying that?
Yeah, and see, it comes with yeka industry now in power chaden. Yeka industry. So industry, remember, has to do with business. So when you take business out of anything, what you are having is just probably an idea or people following people, or not necessarily, but it will only be like people just following passion. But what have they made out of the passion they are following, or whatever talent they are following? So that is where we are still on. It's not even in Takoradi. In Ghana, we are still struggling with it. Thank God now we have the National Film Authority. So there's now going to be rules governing the film authority here in Ghana. Now in Takoradi, we are still struggling, and this is because, fine, we have a lot of films being premiered, but how many of these films that maybe someone or got involved in film be okay, out of this film, this is what I achieved. And I'm talking about monetary aspect, because film is creative, technology, money, business. And to say, hey, just focus on creative now, forgetting the other side now. You might be doing stuff, but there's still a break, and then you'll be moving up and down, and then so we have Takoradi people going outside the Takoradi where get themselves involved in other work.
Takoradi people know if they go outside Takoradi now, or watch movies outside Takoradi, how can we build the industry here in Takoradi? If I want Joseph, no when we are going outside Takoradi to shoot movies, to make movies. So the Takoradi is really an industry there. So why don't you guys come together and then do something?
Exactly. So to correct you, no, we are not. You don't outside Takoradi necessary to go and shoot. I'm a mere filmmaker. I'm a filmmaker. Maybe I'm a Takoradi. Or Takoradi. But my filmmaking is not limited to Takoradi. I'm just a filmmaker, so I can be making film in US, wherever, Nigeria, wherever. Now, but personally, no, maybe my vision say I want to be part, or at least want to be either spearheading the idea that the Takoradi film happening here, and we should actually have an industry, or it should improve, or it should get to some certain level. So yes, we're doing it now. When I have to go to Accra, of course I'll be here. I don't stay in Accra. I don't have any house in Accra.
Okay.
So I'll be here, and I get a call, and I go and do, and I come back. But you realize that all the film that I personally made myself, or maybe wrote it and directed directly, you realize that all of them I did them here. Of course, it was only The Hero where I found myself doing it in Tamale, and then in Accra. It was here, all in Takoradi. Then, to also say exactly the question they be saying, asking why they ain't came. Yes, we are coming up with. We have a team of film production houses. Film companies.
Here in Western region.
Yeah, right here. Actually, there were a lot of film production houses or Takoradi had. A lot of them too. I don't know I can't remember their names. Though a few of them, but the ones I know, and based on the main union I'm coming to talk about, are film production companies. Where about 10 plus. I think it's even more. our album, and then the idea is that any album, and then we'll start producing films, starting with short films. But we are producing it, you better target say, at this level or a standard. So no, we are not doing it like necessarily a takrade film, but a film from here. And so it may involve takrade actors, it may involve takrade crew. Like, so that the more you create that crew, we train people. Personally, I train people. The more we are building this kind of workforce, capacity building, sort of. Then in Kakankra, you might not see the result now, but in Kakankra, in some years to come, the industry now, where me hear them from way, at least I can count a number of like bucks in my pocket, enjoying, because that's how it is. I mean, you make film and you don't enjoy. What is really the deal? So we call this on Yeku. It's not like we pay dues. It's not a guild. It's just a name we are calling the industry in Western region. Okay. So the film industry in Western region in some years, when it's all booming, it is called Cinechrome. Cinechrome. So that means Cinea Hanofi. Cinechrome. Okay. So if you hear Cinechrome, that's what it means, and it's just all film production companies coming together to produce film. So we've already done 2 films on post-production. I'm hoping that next year you'll be able out. Aside that too, we are coming up with a project that is bigger than anything I have done so far. And probably it might be the biggest short film I've seen in Ghana. And we're shooting it this year. This year, yeah. So we are even in pre-production. I won't talk about it yet because producers don't want to.
I think that right time, you know. Right time, now recently, I expressed one disgust about the movie industry, not just Western region, like Ghana movie industry. Na nkasano, of the view there, wabo film. Everyone say this year industry ni we go cry. What do you think? Do you think that wabo film another? We are still doing it. We are still building it. Another, cry.
Well, for me, first, on quite cry, on perform. But I make it be a mete. I kind of like understand. I want to work at them. No, you can realize that basically I want to work at the film industry. Wako film is those who maybe the market for films coming from Kumasi. You know, where we know, say, maybe like the Lil Wayne kind of films in our way, you know, where the crowd will follow them kind of films, you know, because those films, you know, they are using that to judge that the Ghana films wako film, but on the contrary, Uncle film. So, but that's just one aspect of
but
film.
But actors and actresses, yeah, so now about industry now,
because usually you want to find out how didn't know what's wako film. Because why is it that for the first time we had a film coming from Ghana to be presented to the Oscars? Yeah. One selected moment, but that was the first time we had something like that. Aside that, we have a film, Gold Coast Lunch. Anyway, the film I was talking about was Azali, Gold Coast Lunch Azali, by Pascal Aka. It's an amazing film, and on Afrif in Nigeria, people are talking about it. We have Bad Luck Joe, also another successful film. Aside that, Aloe Vera, which I was also the assistant director. Oh, okay. Coming up, it's this much. Yes, it's much. In Silverbird, and it's an amazing film. And recently we had a Ghana movie convention, and you need to see the kind of films coming out. Like the action film, we have sci-fi. For the first time, we're going to have science fiction film coming from Ghana. Oh, okay. The action film I saw, the helicopters really. No, so see. Oh, the Mukuma would fool 2016 or something. The movie be now. Chai. Oh no, David. I mean, if I'm saying it, then at least you won't. No, not that one. Now, it's only because certain people, you see, it looks like some American input. It's probably new to some people. Like there probably was a movie convention in Accra and all of that. It's because the number of people who are following certain kind of films, and those films we are using that to judge. But actually, I think Ghana now, for the first time, I can tell you that I am proud that I'm a filmmaker coming from Ghana. Because now we are doing our films, using our voice to tell the rest of the world, say, watch us, Ghana. Watch us. This is the kind of ability we have as filmmakers, but we don't come from America. I mean, I can do it from whatever. Give me any film story from in America. As long as you give me the budget, I can do all these films that you see. But we have all of them in Ghana here. So you just say attention on Kowondo Pepper. Now, also come out with Sowako film. Mostly the reason is because the way I know you turn movies, was the same.
Yeah.
Movie is no longer on CDs. In Takradi, it doesn't work. And it's good because rather now where it is, actually we can make more money. And it's not limited to anyone. But
with Kuma with Fono, their inability to switch.
Exactly. I mean, no disrespect to them, but why today? Kuma with sometimes it's probably not referring to everybody in Kumasi, but say so to speak, right? We understand them. But a lot of people, and not just Kuma we do, even in Takrady here, I have met a lot of producers. There have been a lot of conventions here and workshop where producers are still finding ways they can really get to the now new ways of selling films. Still, even though now education is still more going. So it's not even just in Kumasi. Even in Takrady here now, first was all there, but now, because of that change of distribution, now it's a bit struggle. That's why it's like.
Asana, this current government, the MPP government, whatever power, and they made lots of promises to the creative arts industry, and what about power? And I think this year now, 2 years, what launches Ejako TV. I was on a platform. Producers, we want to do movies out to her Ghanaians we can stream and all. Do you think we should have something like, let's say, Netflix like be? Because we know Nigerians have Euroko TV, and even there are Ghanaian movies there. Eko Euroko TV, sometimes even Ghanaian movies for Honoma, able to match Euroko TV, even though you're Nigerians. Don't you think Ghanaians we should also have something like that? We because this year no, producers will say that there are not many cinemas in Ghana. Because let's take Western Region for example. If we are to premiere a movie, we will have to go to a hotel. Ebeko Akroma na de Ebeko Atlantic. And then most times everyone space no cramp no enough. People are not even comfortable enough. We don't have cinemas. Internet so why don't we have something like Netflix and Euroko TV, EB? And then producers will put their movies there. We will watch, we will stream, and then they get their monies.
Well, I think that it's the same thing, and we have it. Not necessarily have it, but that's something that people, individuals who have the ability to create such platforms, and they're already working on it. I personally can talk of one, of Kumba Media, where I even have my film there. In fact, the film where we did with even Ideas Creation, running, we have it there. But it's going to be in operation, say, somewhere this year. And it's a film a platform where it takes not just Ghanaian films though, it takes films. But of course the focus is in Africa. It's on Africa, and they're taking films from Ghana. So that is one platform. There are also more platforms coming up. This platform's based on the movie convention we're in Accra. There's going to be a platform like what you mentioned, where in this case, we'll be streaming it without worrying about credit or internet or basan. So there's still. But
then, if Otadama, how are you guys going to make the money?
Well, I mean, it's still in operation. They're yet to even bring it up. But then the convention over there, they introduced that to us, and they said so many things. I might not be able to say all of them, but yes, they already have their a system that they're going to make money from it. That's it. Honestly, I mean, as a filmmaker, a film, the Netflix and all of that. Even if I don't wait for my film to be on maybe I don't wait say a platform like Netflix, maybe Roku TV or any other online video on demand platforms, it doesn't stop we producers to submit our films there. You see, if I mean me, I'm not a software designer or I cannot be designing stuff like that. I'm a filmmaker, I'm a content provider. So I need to find out where I can put my films on. It's the end if I cannot take my film to maybe, for example, maybe Roku will say they only take Nigerian films. Netflix, for example, they don't take only American films. They take, as long as your film meets some criteria. Yes. And it's not just there. We have other platforms. Too. Amazon Prime is there. We have I mean, we have even YouTube, Crampo. Yeah. You can make money from it. So it's like I see we are waiting for maybe some people to present something to us before we know okay now we can make. Just the whole point is make good film. Or before you even make the film, ask yourself, okay, movie when you figure out as a producer, then find out what are the criteria. Then you get to understand that, okay, in order to take my film there, I need to shoot with this kind of camera, a camera with this kind of sensor, with this kind of resolution, you know, with this kind of dynamic range, this technical stuff. I'll catch you there. There are Netflix. One of the criteria is that you shoot with red. Okay. There are some cameras like Black Magic. Extra, we move with Black Magic and you can't go there. And the film I've come to shoot, I am shooting with Black Magic. So on the onset, I just know that. Until we make to. You know, unless they change, you know, because they can change. But then I also know that it's not just there; it can go other platforms. Yes. But at least if you do a quality film, ensure that work will be after cinema and you won't find ABS command premiere. A premiere you just know that you can also take it other places. And we should also really embrace film festival thing here in Western region. Okay, we have Mex Film Festival, at the only film festival we have in Western region here. On Indenchana, say even on your open or operating part, we filmmakers from Western region here, we should make film and present it to film festivals. We have Black Star International Film Festival. We have Accra Indie Film Festival, where it's even that one competitive more of the short film. They concentrate on short films. So there are all of these things that we have Indiva Film Festivals. We have even is a big screen in the park in Kumasi. Okay. So we have them. But how many people, especially in Western region, know all this? They don't. Mostly they don't care. All they know is maybe I want to shoot film and then think of maybe now, of course, they premiere and now maybe premiere. But they premiere what on even maybe after that what? Say you don't get the number. After that what? You know, so you think of all of these things American, not after extra movie, no, before. The time extra script now, it should be part of it.
Now coming to writing of script, most times when I want directors you guys are still making films and all that, but most people are still complaining there content, because in there you guys tell a story, and most of the time they are comfortable there stories are what tell no bebrena what diverts about part they take foreign content to be, and then they present it to us. You are not telling the African story, you are not telling the Ghanaian story.
Well,
and I said all your business into more bestselling way.
Okay, for that person, I don't agree to that. I mean, in as much as yes, it's business. Like I said, it's business. You can't take that one away. Now, being business doesn't mean anything at all. So far as you give you money, then let me tell you the quickest way: do porn. Porn is the quickest way you can make money. But how many people even advertise porn? But yet it sells. People buy. I mean, they make money. It means that the fact that it's business doesn't mean you should do just anything just because you can make money. That means that, thank God we're doing film. It means you're not just telling any story. You need to tell a beneficial story. Either a film that can make me happy in my soul, or make me learn something that make me have a new perception about Adibia I never had. I mean, and that is why we have the National Film Authority. That board is there to be like a check on us, in as much as Obo protecting, as much as Obama at least we know that the work we do will not, they will put other means from the government that's going to be like a support where we can know that we can make something from it. It's also a guide that will tell you that you cannot just make any film. It can tell you, the one main purpose of the National Film Authority is to make sure we use film to tell our story.
So
like, to promote
today regulator be.
It's sort of, yeah, where it means that film, because film is under tourism, so we're using film to. You're not using film to tell something bad about your country, because other countries people are strict. If the film is saying anything about the country on well, I didn't from out in the first place. And for me, I think as a country, if you want people to see us as we are doing well, or want people to have good perception about us, it doesn't mean you should tell, you put your dirty linen outside. Someone will say, but that's what happens. Well, the fact that anything happens, that's what happens doesn't mean you should show it. Just like you don't want to bring something that is happening in your home about maybe your family member out. It's the same way here. So I think we should come up with stories that is educating, that is informing and entertaining. Forget. Because education, people will not listen to education if it's not entertaining.
Yeah.
That's the truth. So it's just, the entertaining is just the icing. But me icing, cake, should be something solid. So after laughing, I should go home with something, educative, or informative.
Okay, your messages be had this is from Kwesi Abubakari. Yeah. Also, I'm watching you live from Shama Ideas GATV. More creation, different ideas. Yes, and also Nana Ejir. Also, tell my boss that I see him pa. This is Kwesi Ejir. I don't know what's correct or not. Also, friend.
Yeah, Kwesi.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So big ups to you. I wanna watch you. I've seen you. Send your messages. You add your locations so that come home. And other platforms no so but I send no message now called conversation is still on them Wednesday in the maker on movie industry no conversations no very broad. You to move further compare canina. It's no more about team. We are just tag us wherever you see something, no just tag us and then share. You see about when you read or comments and also so yet now we can't downplay the role of government or the ministry in the creative arts industry. Do you think the government has done enough for the creative arts industry?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think that we will say it's the beginning. They are now starting.
Because NMBT, State of Nation Address, and
I also read
the president made mention of establishing a creative arts high school. Apart from, we know we have these NAFTI and all those schools there, but why the SHS,
don't have it.
After JHS will select the schools, they can also select the most school there. This is what I'm going to do. To them, I select the TTI for technical, government, how has it been?
First of all, I was happy to hear that now we're going to have a creative arts high school. It's good because it's something that I've also always been saying. If we want the country to really develop, trust me, it is the creative art or it is film. Because if film has the ability to teach people on any issue at all, I can talk about issues in politics. I can talk about issues in law. I can talk about issues in health. So it means that using film alone, so many issues that the government even want to put across, we can use that, and then people will start having renewal mind. I'll be help one in any of their personal fields. I'll be help the nation eventually. So I would say that the government is now taking this step. I must recommend them for that. It's good, but that does not mean that in the past there've been maybe all these things happening. I think we've not had that attention on us in this industry, and that was bad. The most important thing is that this is where you want to go. Now, one of the things that I would say that the government, now thanks to the National Film Authority, they should be looking at to say now they should be giving film grant Because if you go to other developed countries,
from the government.
Yeah, because there are a lot of filmmakers in the country. And in as much as, say, we have NAFTI, even it's not enough. I think we have the GH Media School, we have the MEX Multimedia Institute, and all of that. Now, World Share and Kofo and filmmaking and all of that. Usually, we are because the young filmmakers coming up. If you know, where do I go? I mean, it's always like that.
What next?
And film, it's expensive. To make film is expensive. So if you're out there and you don't know, film is not.
Wonderful.
Actually, filmmaking is the biggest industry in the world.
Okay.
So in Ghana, no, say it's going to be the biggest industry in Ghana, which means that will even give government in the country the bigger money we are looking for. So attention should be on it.
Okay.
Any country be an attention from there, you can tell how the country is looking. Germans, they are aware of the power of film, and they started using film. Russians, they are aware of it. Even America. So why is it this country is not using film when we're neglecting and we think other things will rather develop the country? It will help. But film is not, see, we miss it. Film is, Kwame Nkrumah did not bring film to Ghana, not for entertainment. We only use the entertainment for the actual reason. So when you use entertainment, what's the actual reason? We want to empower people. We want people to see Ghana as this. We want to teach people. Exactly. So, and it's big. Out of film film alone can employ over 14,000 people. I mean, so, and usually, because if you do film and then you're going to do it, film, a feature from a minimum of 1 year to get it done. The writing alone can take like 6 months to 1 year to even write it. Not of producing it, not of everything coming. To be 1 year, 2 years or 3 years. Within this period, people will be employed. People will be paid. It's not, I mean, what other industry should have such attention? Into young film grant for young filmmakers coming up. And a film grant, of course, it comes with a apply. A applier will say, so, okay, what are the story? They will scrutinize your story. So from the onset now, there will be body checking. That the story you are coming to tell now say is good.
Because all your investment.
Exactly. And in Ria, it's kind of the other bomb. The so then out of that, they will all find, okay, how do we intend selling it? And they're going to be part. You're going to get your movie done, and people are going to see you. So the more we do this, because then when you make it to you make the money, you make the income, the return, whatever is happening. I mean, all these things are stages that the government be talking about. So we have, I mean, Ghana had I have to be applying for film grant in a different country. I mean, I'm like, really?
Why? Why should it be? Like, we have lots of resources here, but... Yeah,
and he started from Oyenda.
Oyenda Watcher.
Yeah. I mean, from one of the... I mean, I'm happy that he is the chairman of National Film Authority, David Donto.
Yeah.
His time, I mean...
Watcher.
He started doing big, like Hollywood films, not now, way back. You know, Charlie.
Oh, yeah, someone. Obey. Magic George Ocean, yeah, Magic, big ups to you. And also, Nays, yeah. Teacher Nays, good evening to you too. And TJ, DJ, I want to watch you, big ups to you. On there conversation, why you're interested in one. So just keep your comments coming. And Kwesi Abubakar, I send a message, okay. Kwesi, may read a message, for brand, I mean, read the honest song count. And also, Nigeria, so Mr. Marka Chow Boss, also Wajo, don't put your money shout out and all the whole margin.
Kwesi, what's up?
It's a crazy. Oh, angel. So keep the comments coming. Conversation, so let's still get interactive. Now, yan time na kasampo no oko kakra, but in the Yasha dance starts at 7 p.m. on the dot into yan pane. But then, marketing, no. Yeah, they be uncle complain there. Movies, no, what's why yeah. But marketing, no. One should I invest into marketing, no.
You mean the producers will invest in the marketing aspect?
Yeah.
You see, like I said, no, it happens. It looks like that, or it happens that way because they usually look at the marketing aspect, after which you're moving. which is in the first place in our mess.
Okay.
And and Sunday, we've been always doing independent film. And making independent film means me, a filmmaker, I'm always looking at, okay, how I'm going to use my own money to produce film. Until I am limited. I might have money, but maybe that money might not be able to produce certain kind of film I'm paying here. Until me rely on it now, I might be forced to just shoot it because I want to get my project be done. Until me shoot it, then I'm look at okay, now what do I do with it? But say ABR, if I make it like using this means the OPM, other people's money. Because film is like that, you use other people's money. And who are these people? Businessmen. They are investors. They don't have to necessarily be filmmakers. And so investors are, which we can see them. Ideas is an investor. You are an investor. Everybody here will be a potential investor. It doesn't matter the amount of money you have to bring on board, but everybody is a potential investor. But young friend, they said, "It's not hiding." But when I miss it, okay, me pay them a movie, the story, me pay who's getting them dashing. Are you telling me you're not gonna ask me how you're going to make your money? You will ask. Until right from the onset now, I'm a producer. I'll start thinking, okay, now how do I make this guy's money? So we usually don't think about that sometimes because like I said, we always struggle. Okay, how do I make movie from my small coin? I mean, that's good, but that's where the mistake is. We need to position ourselves in such a way that I can walk to any man's office and confidently say, see, I'm coming to make you millions of cedis. Why? Because I have this story. Okay, what do you mean the story? Okay, now this is what this story is about. And this is my plan for it. These are the people I want to use. These are the actors I am going to use. This is the person who is directing it. This is the person who wrote it. And this is how good it is. And this is how I intend to sell it. If you tell me all of these things, I'll be like, oh, okay, this is good. I mean, the way you're even telling me, and everything is documented. I will trust you from the beginning. And I'll give you the money because I'm a man with the, at least if you're not a crowd, back.
You have a plan.
Exactly. I'm because you've been able to say all of this. You force yourself to lay down plans that you're going to make your money back and give it to the person. So we should guide ourselves these principles right from the beginning. And I am the man. Like an example, maybe if I'm a producer and then I do films and I don't pay people. I don't even think about paying people, especially actors. I don't care whether I pay them or not. Because I don't pay them, that means the man may invest in it. So usually if I don't lose, if I lose, I'm sure I am maybe. But if I pay people, or I was supposed to pay people but I couldn't pay, and I've signed contract with them, which means that they are expecting this amount at a certain time. See, I'll go any extent to make money from it. So we make film more like a family thing we are just doing. It's hobby. A lot of filmmakers, so to speak, it's just hobby they are following. It's just like
business partners.
Exactly. So they don't think business, and it should be thought about right from the beginning. Making the film now right from the beginning. And Papa Pana in your story now and want to write and go and shoot. And thinking that to write and to plan for a film, I can promise you it takes years. Running that was successful. I mean, Ideas was an executive producer. Do you know how long it took for us to even write it down? More than a year. The film I'm working on right now, anyway, Chrissy was also looking, Ivan Seju is the assistant director of that film that we're going to do. It actually took 1 year for us to write. Now we are visiting it and now we want to make it even better. And I am not the one using my money to shoot. Someone who has the money, I have the brain, or I have the creative idea. Because that's how it is. I mean, I can use my money, but then what happens? Oh no. So I have to use other people. It's collaboration. Let's collaborate. Companies, we have so many production companies. Why aren't they collaborating? I don't know when you can always tell. All the films I have done, I never did it. You never suggest me. You see green eye with other companies. Because, Charlie, it's supposed to be like that. Anyway, up and down, then this is what we call the industry. Then in the next place, in the budget, you pay people. Obia nya kakra we di. Nkakra then we keep going. But let's think of it as business. Mama, you concentrate on just the creative is good.
Lastly, this year I was your global village. Internet is very easy to access now. There be a about cinemas. We've been talking about cinemas. You need adequate cinemas for Ghana, Western region. Had they? You need be. What's the more in my? We thought today being a but also a phase 1 after phase 2. Now more now from patronizing. You know, oh no has some no other for now. Should we still build cinemas, or we should just make use of the internet?
Cinema, cinema has a culture. Cinema is a culture. It's a culture, thank God, on your way. In any way, because all you open, then the film we do is actually for cinema. And the whole idea is that cinema comes with the natural feel. So there, you see football. It doesn't matter the fact that I can watch football right in my room, get a satellite and watch football. People will always move to the park.
Yeah.
And it's not just because they're going to watch the footballers live, or maybe physical, but it's just because they're going to watch it with other people. Seeing the expression from other colleagues, we all jubilate and all of that. And that idea, that culture, that tradition, thank God has never gone out of human beings. So we love that. So no matter what, people will always troop to the cinemas to watch film. And the whole reason is because they want to feel, it comes with some natural feeling. So I don't know if you ever watch film in the cinema.
Yeah.
You will always love watching film in the cinema more than. I remember I watched a film, Skyscraper. Michelle was cinema. And it was like, wow, this is beautiful.
The feeling was different.
Because I have it on my laptop, but when Michelle will feel, I'm like, this is different. Okay. Game of Thrones. See how Game of Thrones is all about. Of course, I love the one.
Black Panther, crab.
Black Panther. And people were jubilating. So it's a culture. And I'm not sure we'll ever even go out of. So therefore, it means that is even the number one thing. That is actually the whole purpose of film. Because in the olden days when cinema came, it was a medium that the government will be teaching the country, giving the country what is happening. Okay, they are winning in the war. This is how we are winning. Or this is the message you want to tell the other people that we are strong. It was the cinema. So where do you watch? You go to the cinema. And now it's still there. So yes, the global village and all of the Yesha film, we influence and all of that. Yes, we do that. But now, we have films that can go to the cinema and that can go to the Netflix. Like, or you're two linear together. I mean, but often the video on demand and stuff, and no, it's all part of the new technology, the new media. It's a new media. It means that it can grow, because that one, it keeps growing faster and faster. But the cinema has been like that. It's just that what I demand to watch in the cinema maybe it might change. But what people are actually looking for one unique thing is emotions. So any film if there's viewers don't get emotions from the story, usually you will not get people to really talk about it. So at least whether cinema, phones and all of that, because if you can realize that people watch film, home videos, obitum for the camera, any video, and it will be trending. The reason is because it's not because they use some high resolution cameras, so it's actually because there was some emotional attachment to the film. Whoever shot it, maybe and you can see this is true. So we need to tap into such ability, apply it in our filmmaking, and we'll still get people to work.
Okay, Jumic, lastly, patronage. Well, last words now. Kasache Ghana for no one patronize one in. Because if you do all these things, you put in all the work, NASA will patronizer. Maybe I'll waste. Patronage, still or you're higher now there.
You see, human beings, naturally, we are created in such a way that we always want to see. It's not possible that any human being don't want to see. Yeah. We always want to see. So the question, the patronage falls back to we, the creators. Why should I watch? Because now I have a lot of things to look at. So the global village is what it is doing. Now people have on their phone, they can watch hundreds and millions of things at the same time. Unlike first, I could only have to just watch a movie on GTV, or maybe walk to the cinema. But now, GTV
wait
put it
for
in
some time before you go and watch another one.
Exactly. I mean, I'll see where TV is. TV is on live. It's on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
It means that give me something that is worth my time. Because when I'm using my time right now to watch your stuff, it means that I am no longer watching the hundreds of other stuff that I could have watched. So there should be a stronger reason. Until now, we do films and then now people are doing crazy trailers. People are doing cover art. People are doing interviews.
Hey, killer movie, trailer don't you grow. No movie the time I was there, go shine.
So what I was saying is the audience in the day, if you do something worth catching their attention, they will watch. They always want to watch. It's just a matter of finding maybe a way you can present your film to them. Maybe when you know they love this film, where can they get the film to watch? Then you know, oh, okay, at least.
It has to be easily accessible.
And exactly, accessibility. Like my friend, like saying in Accra, oh, forgive me. He has, we call it Take Two.
Okay.
It's a platform also where we go to search actors, talent, and then we get film work and all of that. And the CEO of that usually likes to use the word accessibility, access.
Yeah.
In as much as we know, say we want to present this film to those people, we need to find out exact ways we can do that.
Okay.
But I can promise you, audience always want to see. So let's give them something that is worth their time. Because I don't have to beg someone to watch my stuff when it is not good.
Yeah.
When I've not given them the reason, when they like something more than mine. So you can't say because I'm a Ghanaian. No, that one you can't do that. After all, people started watching Commando. Not now. I grew up as a child watching Commando.
Is it a Ghanaian film?
Yeah. So.
Okay, so Jumic, thank you very much. And then educating and I'm sure that viewers know where hunyama bebre it's a free or industry nim waka industry nim nsama achen nti nsama waka nyina no ma yen hwe na awo erehwem no wo dey there moving over out ebe hwe ewa what to platforms no da to data to data no yen de bia na de better social media na akeka wadu na achen krofo ewa wo so to data na kono hwe video no because wo make a video no whatever na sa ansha one yeska na was also invest in another movie na one year na was also fan bro and no dey be better honey the movie industry we go movie industry everyone has a role to play. I want to all create content now man they are doing their best. They are giving us the good content. So it's up to us. So we just have to patronize it. We have to watch their movies. And then we share. Let's say good things about our industry. Na debiya, na deyo. Ebino pobu bobo wonhu diana. Ni na you're fine. Until my industry didn't grow. So let's take care of all that. Okay, Nanaba Justice. Also kudos to you guys. Yeah, also so big ups to you. And also Moisha Sam Smith. Okay. Moisha is actually in USA. Usher from USA. Big ups to you, Moisha. And also Alfred Che also so baby no yada wase. I wanna watch thank you all for watching. Conversation no still is ongoing to them no. Until send no comments no. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also on YouTube. Nina Ideas GH TV. My name is Sika Woman. About to say follow me on social media at Miss Woman on Instagram and also on Twitter and on Facebook at Sika Woman. Big ups to Miku Nina and Brad said and also our CEO Mr. Tafo. And also Kojo Freestyle. Injo Ocheche ni bakope. Big ups to you wherever you are. Also, Nanama Bwedua, Magic George, and also Selassie. All the guys, Team Ideas. One guy, Kwesim Kruma, yes. And also, Facebook group, and also go and join. Exciting stuff for Honumpa. Go and join the group. They joining, they will accept you. Now, so Bibia or Ideas TV Hebiano, you'll be the first to know of. Don't forget to share, comment, like, and also share. Thank you for watching. Stay hydrated, and as always, mind your business.
Hi guys, my name is John DeMello. This is Ideas GHTV.
This is your girl Miss Force, and you know seminar first to say keep watching Ideas GHTV.
Yo, Ideas TV, you are full of ideas, you are full of creativity. Ideas TV, we're too sure from one channel.
Yo, I bet him po come ko fake that or record we will move and pimple bepe and essence Ideas GHTV. Move.
Well, I'm the fireman Mescalea representing for Ideas TV. You don't know. And we say Tin Shot can't call more fire.
One shot, is it? I'm Dempsey and I represent for Ideas, is it? A best and the best and the best in Ethiopia attack crowd. Ghana, watch out. At the Dempsey, one shot, crime free, one time.
So the mommy and I'm a come and tell me I'm so don't be late. I dey miss it all the time. You could kill me, make what up, Charlie. This is your boy Mullet. Gangsta, yo, keep on watching Ideas TV. I mean, you know, keep it locked. Mad love.
Keep watching Ideas TV. Thanks for supporting us. Bye-bye. Going up to the top without you.
Yeah, this is Kwakesi and we're rocking live on Ideas GHTV. Abadam!